Hey, this is Darrin Henson. You are watching and listening to the In the Groove podcast. Today, we have two special guests that I'm excited to introduce you all to. And this is near and dear to my heart right now. We have playwright Mr. Barry Battle and Nalo. So we're going to be talking to both of them about a show which is going to be introduced to you guys in February called Rotten Apple. And we're going to be talking about what their positions are with the show, if they play a character, if they're a writer. But we're going to introduce you to this specific show and tell you how it was developed. It actually happens at the BOWIE Center of Performing Arts on February 4th and 5th, 2023. Welcome to the here we go. Welcome to the In the Groove podcast. This is the very first time that we have done the show virtually. So thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself and what the show is about.
So to tell you a little bit about myself. So I started off doing music. I was a rapper, as we all are growing up in the teenage years. And, rapping started it all for me. I was a storyteller rapper, and I also almost got signed for $1 million. But I turned it down, because I realized that's not the type of lifestyle I wanted to do. So I started like writing and everything. And, I stumbled upon this because my mom, she's an actress, and she was in August Wilson play Joe Turner Come and Gone. So me as a kid,
we know it very well.
Yeah, sitting in the audience, I was just like, wow, this is something different, So I was watching. Huh? It is. So I was watching my mom up there acting and everything, and I said, man, I really want to get into this storytelling, and that's how it developed. And with this stage play, Rotten Apple, my cousin.
Now when you say you watched your mom, who is this beautiful woman sitting next to you?
That's Nalo Merrirman. That's my mom right there. She's also in the play. Yep.
So Nalo. So
yes.
So he's speaking of you very highly, and he's saying very kind things. So it's from your gene pool that gave him his artistry, because he said that you were in the show and he saw you and he was inspired by you. So it's your doing that he became a playwright, huh?
Yes, it is. But even at a young age, I knew my son had a lot of talent, just by what he's saying, writing, his rapping when he used to rap. I knew he had talent. And, I used to tell him, I would go in his room and I would say, you're very special and God has something great for you, and I am just elated to see my son. He's been writing this play, Rotten Apple, for like 10 years now. And he actually took a step back because I am a writer as well. And we was on Off Broadway in 2019 doing my play, Waldy Street. And he was actually the star of that play. And he took a step back and did my play. And, I was very elated. And when he said, Ma, I'm ready to do my production, Rotten Apple, I was so happy. And it's just an exciting production, and I know it's going to go real far. So, yeah.
Well, I'm excited, and what people don't know is that I'm also in the show.
Yes,
so I'm excited as well. I remember, getting the script and going, oh no, this is the character that I want to play, because originally it was another character. But once I read it, I said, no, I want to play this character. And we're going to talk about that in a little while, but it's so amazing to meet such talented people from afar and to become a fan of their work like I have of Barry. Because like I said, once I read it, I said, this guy's a genius. The show is so well written. I'm excited to put it on its feet. And it's incredibly creative, and it's descriptive of the times. You know, it's a period piece. And just explain the period a little bit, Barry.
So it's set in 1965 in Charlottesville, Virginia. You know, so everything back then, you know, that's when Emmett Till was just killed. So like in the rewrites, I have some stuff with that as well, you know. So it was a very fickle time for Black people, you know. So I'm definitely, I don't want to give too much away, you know what I'm saying? But back then, it was a fickle time, you know, in that era. And I'm excited to do this piece and just you know, put it out there for everybody to witness, you know.
And Nalo, this is a return of the favor. Barry was in your show. Now you're in his show.
I am. And I'm excited to do this. You know, I took a step back for a while because I did my writing, but I took a step back of acting because I have 4 children. Barry is the oldest, but I have 4 children. They're all grown now, but I decided to raise them first. I've been acting since I was 7 and writing since I was 7. And, you know, I said, hey, let me do this play. He wanted me to play my character, which is Margaret in the play. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So because I haven't done it in a while, I've been writing and doing my shows and directing. I said, yes, when I read the script a while ago, I was so excited. So I'm just real pumped up. I'm excited.
You must be so proud of him.
I am very proud of him.
You know, this pun is intended. It's definitely the family business.
Yes, sure. It is.
For sure.
It's a family business. Yes.
That's so great to see you both working together and inspiring each other. Barry, tell us who else is in the show.
Darrin Dewitt Henson, Darius McCray, and Dorien Wilson for sure. Nalo Merrirman, we have Paul Jerry, a lot of, you know, theater actors and stuff that's trying to come up, you know, but we handpicked everybody, you know, everyone. We're definitely inspired to work with everyone. And even with you, when we FaceTime and you were, you know, going over your lines and stuff, I called my mom and said, he is something different. What he's bringing to this role, this is what this is what I want. I called her telling her that. I was like, this is what I want. He sees it. He sees the vision, and I love it.
It's about dropping in. And, you know, Darius is an amazing actor who I've worked with before, and I've also worked with Dorien. And so I love both of those guys. They're so awesome. And I'm looking forward to really putting this on his feet and showcasing this character, John. And
what I have a question for you. What made you say yes? What made you say, because like you said, you had a different role and you said, I want to act, you know, I want to play John. What attracted you to John?
Well, you know, John is such a complicated character. And it's very interesting. And of course, I say, you know, for those people that are in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and if you're in New York, come on out and see the play. Get your tickets because they're going fast. But he's such a complex character. He has a great heart, but he's a storyteller. And, you know, a part of what John does is kind of put some of he projects his fears onto other people, and he projects some of you know, a lot of what's going on to him onto other people. And those are complicated characters. And so to me, the arc that he has to play is so interesting. And so he's just interesting at this space where I am in my life. I love playing those nuances, playing the need of certain characters and flawed characters. John is a flawed man. And, you know, I thought it would be really interesting to play.
Yeah, I'm glad we made that transition because, like I said, what I seen you do, I was just blown away. I was like, wow. And you're barely scratching the surface right now. When you dive all the way in,
oh man, it's incredible. I promise you. And it's so exciting. and, talking to Darius and talking to Dorien, they're excited as well. Yeah. And I think this is going to be one of those shows that, is going to have an extended run ultimately. Yeah. And hopefully will make its way to Broadway. It's worthy. The writing is there. And so I'm excited for you. I'm excited for Nalo. I'm excited for the whole entire cast. Tell everybody where the show is playing. Tell them how they can get tickets. Give it to everybody.
So it's at the BOWIE Center for Performing Arts. You can go to www.blnkent.com and click events, and then everything is right there for you. You don't want to miss this show. This show right here is phenomenal. It's special. And we're not just saying this. When you see it, you'll understand, and I'm just, it's an honor to work with you all. It really is. This is my first stage play. And to have you guys attached to it, like, wow.
It really is phenomenal. I mean, number one, for it to be your first, come on, it rivals some of the best writing out there. Like, I can't believe that. I remember talking to Nalo, and I said, he's got something here. It's so, your vision is so clear through your writing. And the voices of the characters come through so well that anybody that is going to be sitting in those seats over those 2 days will have an experience that takes them back. And I believe they will feel like they time traveled into the 1960s. And as you said, it's set in 1965 in Commonwealth, Virginia. Yeah. And some of the things that were going on that time is very present in the script, as well as what I would consider Northern freedom desires. Right?
Yeah.
People left the South to be free to go to the North, to be independent, to be free, to dream. And all of that is in the script. And everybody, you're speeding, you're watching and listening to playwright Mr. Barry Battle and director writer herself, but also actress in this particular show, Nalo Merrirman, and again, Darius McCray and Dorien Wilson will also be starring in the show. Some of your favorite actors that you've seen over the years. What people don't know is that Darius actually helped me study for a role that I did years ago in like 2008.
Oh, wow.
Called The Express. He helped me study when I was auditioning for Jim Brown in The Express.
Wow.
We were in Louisiana
shooting
a film called A Good Man Is Hard to Find.
Wow.
I was actually on set and I had to put myself on tape for the director. And I did that while I was on set.
Wow.
And Darius actually helped me do the read while I was on set. It was awesome.
And it's amazing. It's amazing how, it's just going full circle, and I'm really excited to work with you, Darrin. I mean, your intellect and just how your craft is and how you care about acting and others and helping others. I am so excited to learn so much from you, and I'm just honored. I really am, and I thank you so much.
I appreciate that. That's so kind of you to say. I love assisting people who want to help themselves. I don't help everybody.
That's right.
But I assist those who are helping themselves. And one of the things that you are doing, which again, you have taken on such a huge undertaking and caretaking and labor of love. One of the things that's amazing about both of you is that the average person that does something of this magnitude, they have Broadway backers and millionaires behind them. You guys figured out a way to do this yourself. You guys put up the money. You guys are the executive producers. You're the writers. You're the producers. Right. And so I take my hats off to you because you show us how things should be done. You show us
Yeah.
to ask more of ourselves than anybody could ever ask of us. You
That's
show
right.
us to go the extra mile. You show us to put in the work even when you're tired.
That's
So
right. That's
I am
right.
honored that you will call
Thank
upon me to have me work with you all, people who hold themselves at a high state of excellence and hold themselves accountable
Yes.
Yeah.
to do the work. Because
Thank
like
you.
I said, I believe that God helps those that are trying to help themselves.
For
And
sure.
so, you know, when they come, and they will come, and I believe they're gonna come knocking down your door,
Lord.
because I'm inviting some very, very powerful people to the show.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
And
you.
and but God is the most powerful.
Most.
But the reason that I say that is because God works to us, through us.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
And
right.
so I pray a blessing of strength, integrity, health, abundance over the show. And
Thank
I'm just so thankful in advance that it's going to do what it's going to do, because it's going to speak volumes to people on so many different levels.
Thank
And
you.
I'm so happy to walk in to this role and to fill these shoes that I hope will travel around the globe in
Yes,
this
sir.
show.
Yes, sir. And
I would
this,
be proud to do this show again and again and again.
yes, sir. And this definitely, this is the first show of many. This isn't the
Yes.
only show. Like you
Yes.
said, we're trying to get it to Broadway. We're trying to turn it into a series. Like this
No,
is
you're
my
going
goal.
to. There
We
is no
we
denying.
are. Yeah, you know, you're right.
Either
We're
you do
going
or
to.
you don't do.
We're going to,
That's
for sure.
right.
And people
We're
like Tyler
going
Perry, people like Tyler Perry and everyone, they paved the way for me, because that's who I watch, you know, where you fail. Like my mom, she's done her play for 10, 11 years, and she paved the way for me. You know, I watched her fail sometimes, you know, some 30 people come to the crowd. You know, I watch this, and then I watch a sold out show on Off Broadway and all of these other venues. I've seen it. Yeah, falling forward. So
That's right.
I watched it, you know, so I'm literally a student of the game, and I'm watching everyone and just incorporating my own taste to it, you know.
That's right.
That's so awesome. I can't say again how excited I am for the both of you. I know we have some rehearsals coming up. I'm really excited about that. You know, just a couple of months away. Tell them one more time how they can get tickets and where the show is playing.
Okay.
Is playing at the BOWIE Center for Performing Arts, and you can purchase tickets at www.blnkent.com and click events, and everything that you need to know is right there.
And Nalo, what would you like to close out with?
I would like to close out with, if you're not in your seats when those curtains open, then I don't know where you are, but you need to be in those seats. Okay.
If they miss this show, they're gonna miss a lot.
If they miss this show, they're gonna miss a lot, because this play is going to Broadway. So be the first to experience it in the DMV, because the next stop is Broadway.
I'm so excited. To God be the glory. We give thanks to the Most High for this show and the shows that you have inside of you afterwards. Being here again, the first time in the Groove podcast, we did, you know, over the air, over the internet, outside of the studio, because we just had to get you on the show so the world can see you in advance, so they can get their tickets. We want sold out shows in the DMV. And I'm telling you, I know personally, these tickets are going fast. And on behalf of Darius, on behalf of Dorien, myself, and the entire cast, I'm telling you, get your tickets early for Rotten Apple, which happens once again on February 4th and 5th in BOWIE, Maryland.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and we're not just saying that because we're a part of the show. We're not. I'm serious. This script is something that you really want to see. And you want to see it in its purest form, because this is the first production and we're doing it in Maryland. So you want to see it in its purest form. I promise you, you won't regret it.
Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you so much, Nalo.
Thank you. God bless.
This is our time for the In the Groove podcast today. Once again, we were talking Rotten Apple off Broadway. Right now, it is in BOWIE, Maryland. Make sure you get your tickets for the 4th and the 5th of February 2023. And again, on behalf of everybody that is our team, In the Groove podcast, we say thank you so much. And you have now been grooved.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you guys.
Bye.
All right.